Hey guys, this is Yoda. This will be my weekly leaderboard inspection and tier list update. So last week we had massive patch notes right before the week, so I kind of skipped the meta update since I figured everything was going to change anyway. But as of recent, a trend has been overtaking the leaderboards, and it's the same DPS comp that we mentioned last time. So we're going to click on Rare's Run, the number one tank here. It is BDH Oracle Disc Priest, Unholy DK, Frost Mage, and Balance Druid. So, in the most recent patch, VDH got its survivability nerfed a little bit. It lost 5% parry from deflecting spikes, which resulted in roughly, 7 to 10% more melees taken, depending on your build, which some people figured might push it a little bit out of the meta. However, recently, also since Disc Priest got nerfed, the priests have like, okay, we'll just play the other hero talent, which is Oracle. Apparently, Oracle does insane tank healing. They have an ability that just puts a shield on your tank for like 20 million and also gives them 25 or 15% DR in that shield. Their PS is also 50%. So they've been handling a lot of the top keys that I've seen. A lot of groups or healers have just been like injected with 50 to 100 IO after swapping to Oracle Disc Priest. So I would say this is like the new wave that's taken over the leaderboard is Oracle Disc Priest. And the same DPS comp that we saw before has been being played a lot more on Holy DK, Mage, and Boomy. A lot of the top European groups that are going to compete in MDI have also been playing this exact comp. So I would say if there's a meta comp, it's definitely this one, and the meta is starting to take shape. So it's VDH, Oracle Disc Priest, Unholy DK, Frost Mage, and Balance Druid. Looking at the rest of the leaderboard here, we've got Kira's group playing exactly the same comp. As you can see, we've got this Chinese group here. Hopefully it loads, playing the same comp with Red Paladin, apparently. Let me check another of their keys. Okay, so they don't always play Red Paladin. And then there's this group. This is Jack's group, I believe, Jack and Sea Mage. I think this is potentially the same tank. Oh no, it's a different tank. Okay. Another group playing that comp with Mage, Unholy DK, and Boomy. So the top 4 or 5 groups playing the same comp right now. Then there's Zippo's group. They are playing a somewhat unique comp, so they have Prot Warrior, Resto Druid, Ellie Shaman, Windwalker, and Unholy DK. It looks like if you're playing a Warrior, you probably have a Druid and a Shaman of some sort in the group, just for like the raid buff synergies to make all of the damage work out the best. Another group playing pretty much the same comp. If there is a swap, by the way, to be made, it looks like it's the Mage out for another Lust class. They're playing Ellie Shaman here. I think Devastation Evoker recently got buffed. I think Devastation Evoker could also fill this role here. And there's our group. We're playing Holy Paladin. Ellsbury, I think, is getting a priest ready, but he, is coping as every season, saying Holy Pally is better, etc. So we're playing Holy Pally for now. And there's this group playing Protware. I believe they're playing Resto Shaman. So yeah, this is another of those physical damage synergies. We've got Warrior, Shaman, Rogue playing yellow, Unholy DK, and Feral Druid. So as I mentioned, Warrior, Shaman, and Druid in the group with Rogue and Unholy DK. I've also got Squish's group playing the same comp they've always been playing. We did recently pass them on leaderboard, but they're still going very strong. It is Bear, Mistweaver. Mistweaver recently got nerfed, by the way. Hunter he's a multi-spec Hunter player. And Fury Warrior and Rogue. I think he usually plays Outlaw, but I'm pretty sure he zones into Cinderbrew at least as Assassination because of the target cap. And as we mentioned, most of the top European groups are playing this now. Like the ones that just recently started playing after the race is over. They're all playing the quote-unquote metacomp VDH, Oracle Druid, or Oracle Priest, Boomy, Mage, and Unholy DK. So after taking a look at that, we have updated the tier list. So the meta comp is this comp right here. Obviously, you play either Mage spec depending on the dungeon, and it's VDH, Oracle, Disc Priest, Unholy DK, and Boomy. A lot of groups are playing this. Then there's the meta adjacent comps, which I put healers / DPS, which I put in A+. So there's a lot of groups playing. There's our group, I guess, only playing Holy Paladin. But a few groups playing Mistweaver, a few groups playing Resto Druid and Resto Shaman. And I think these two range DPS are very good right now. They just aren't played like in the meta comp, but they are actually very good. Ellie Shaman has extremely strong burst, pretty good prow damage. Devastation Evoker is one of the best, I think, DPS in the raid. It also just has high damage, and Evoker utility is randomly really good this season. Cauterizing Flame, very good. They also are playing Flame Shaver, so they can Renewing Blaze your tank, which I guess is not as necessary with Oracle Disc Priest, since Oracle Disc Priest is so good at tank healing. But yeah, a lot of useful utility, very high damage from Devastation Evoker this season. Then the A tier is pretty much everyone else, except I put Brewmaster and Arcane Mage one tier below, since I haven't seen Brewmaster or Arcane Mage that much on the leaderboard. Arcane Mage apparently does do decent damage, but I just haven't seen anyone playing it, so I'm keeping it here in the B tier. All right, so that is it for the weekly leaderboard inspection / tier list update. Thank you all for watching. Peace out.